Hey YouTubers, this is a series 3 on the Willcox and Gibbs, and this is a series we're finishing up on assembling the Willcox and Gibbs. So we ran out of time on the second one, but you can pick up where we left off. On this particular part, it has a little spring that goes in this guide right here, so it fits right down in there, just like that, drops in. You're going to take it, you're going to put it, and you're going to set it right on top of this little shaft right here. It fits in between the hook and the shaft. And you're going to make sure, see how this swivels here? You want to make sure it fits, the little guide right here holds that spring straight and in place. So it fits in there, it's got a little spring. It's moving back and forth. And then you're going to slide this arm up like this. And then you're going to take this piece right here. This also runs on the shaft. This is where it gets just a little tricky. So you're going to have to push this guide back like that. And this little hook piece right here is going to sit behind. So it fits in this thread right here. Fits in there just like that. Let's get it where they can see it. So this is going to sit just like this down. Fit in there. Just like that. And this little hook, see it right here? It's got to be behind this piece. So it's going to be just like that. If you can see it, it's right in behind there. Right in behind. Let's finish tightening that down. This is your adjuster right here that sets your thread length. And I'm going to show you in a minute, if I tighten this, what that does. If you watch this piece as I move it back and forth, it actually slightly moves those dog feed back and forth. So that's what sets your length of your thread. And then we're going to get our thread length, and we're going to go ahead and put that in place. But I'm going to go ahead and polish it. See how it's all dull? You'll get a lot of times these are dull and rusty. And it's okay to go ahead with this nickel plating. If it's really badly rusted or some of your parts, go ahead and hit it on the wire brush. Just make sure that you put your safety glasses on first. So you go ahead and hit that. Just be careful that you don't take any paint off. And you can clean the backside of it too. See how it's rusty here? Clean that up. Then we're going to take our polish wheel, which would take our green. This is the green stone that we use, the green polishing stone that we use. And actually they use these for this green for jewelry. So it really brings out a really great shine on this nickel. Good. Let's take a look after we wipe it off, and you can see it's made a huge difference. Okay, so we're going to set that up. I'm going to take these safety glasses off. I don't particularly like wearing those big old things. All right, and then this piece has got a stud coming out of it. It's got a stud coming out of the machine. So this stud here fits in that groove, right there fits in that groove, and this stud fits in this groove. Okay, the first thing I try to do is fit this in this groove here, and then it lines up into that, and I'll fit it into that groove, and then I'll line my threads up right here, and it takes, okay, there's two different bolts. There's a long bolt for this. because it's a thicker piece, and there's a shorter bolt, it fits into the dust cover. So we're going to use the longer bolt. That goes to this part. So we're going to thread that into there. Grab my smaller screwdriver. I'm going to show you guys another trick here too. Shine your bolts up. Get them looking really nice. There we go. See it move? See it move now? See it move in correlation with that? That's what sets your thread. When you see that moving, you know you got it set right. So we're going to take, I'm going to show y'all how to do these bolts too. How rusty it is. We're going to take it, we're going to take our drill, and set it in there. Okay, I'm going to take an emery cloth, set it down like this. Whoops. And it's got a pretty good shine. See that? Now you can also take it on your buffing wheel and give it a mirror shine. Alright, there we go. There is the mirror shine. Set that off to the side. Okay, we're going to now set our piece that is the pressure foot back on here. So we're going to need that part. We're going to need our plunger and our spring. So these are the things that we're going to need to put that back together, and the bolt. So the first thing we're going to do is oil this rascal up. Roll the plunger up, and then we're going to flip it up. The spring goes in first. Okay, the spring goes in first. This little plunger has got a hole going through it. Okay, that's where this goes inside of this. That makes it move correlation to the spring. That's what gives you your pressure. So that will be facing this way. You put it in that little hole, you'll be able to see it through that groove. See, there's a spring right there, you can see it. So this is going to go in there like that. And you can see the little hole, see it right there. See it moving? So we're going to take our pressure foot, a little oil on it. We're going to slide it back in there. Now this groove right here, see, it faces out. It's got a little, like a little flat groove. That's what faces out, outside. That's going to go down. We're going to put our little, I don't know, I guess it's called a finger. That's what makes it go up and down. This is going to have to go in side of that right now. Okay. We're going to get that back on. There we go. Get our screwdriver. I probably should have put that little finger on before I did anything. So now that rolls over like that, sits down, and then now we're going to line this up with a plunger with our screw. So that should all correlate inside there. And you can actually move that plunger with your finger like this. You look down and you can see it. It can be a little tricky. Once you get in there, hear it snap, go ahead and start threading it in there. There we go, it's in. that part is in. Now we take, and we're almost done here. We're going to take our guides, we're going to put those back in. They just thread right in. The little guides just thread right in. So, and what I do is I take a little piece of round cold roll steel, and just turn it until I get it straight again, just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and shine one of these up. See how dirty that is? Rusty. 100 years of rust and dirt. We're going to stick it in here and take out a 180 emery cloth. Look at that. Shine. You can buff it if you want. If you don't have a buffer, then this is the way to go. You know, you can clean all that crud off of there, and it looks great. This is a quick and easy way to do it. Take your little coral steel. There we go. That piece is in. Now we're going to set our plate, our sewing plate back on. Of course, the Willcox and Gibbs, it faces towards you. Gets in there, lines everything up. Get your screws, put them in. Tightens up like that. And you're going to flip it up. You're going to put your pressure foot back on. It just slides underneath. Make sure it's up. Bring this up also too. Goes up. Set that up. Don't lose these little nuts right here, because these threads are certain thread. They don't make these threads anymore. They're particular threads that only Willcox and Gibbs made. And if you lose it, I don't know what to tell you. It's not good. Okay, and then you'll take this other nut. This is your needle nut right here. So make sure, I always throw down a white cloth in front of me, because if I lose something, I know that I'm going to find it. Now the needles, everybody pretty much knows, it's got a little groove right here. That groove faces the front. So we're going to move that out of the way. We're going to pick it up. We're going to move the needle all the way up, arm all the way up. We're going to set it up in there like that. And the wrench you're going to use, you can buy these at any hardware store. I think I told you. It's a 9/32. Okay? You're going to set that. And you're going to, not a whole lot of pressure, because you don't want things to be broken. Just snug it. Then you're going to set your pressure foot down. You're going to bring it back so you don't break your needle. And then now you're going to run your needle down. Okay? Run your needle down to where you get your guide, where you want it set, right in the middle. And then you're going to take your wrench. Same thing, you don't want to get it too tight. Just snug it up real good. Not tight. You don't want things to break. There you go. One more thing two more things we got to put on. This is the arm. It's pretty simple. It's got a little guide here. It's got a stud it picks up. Fit it into that stud, the hole. That guides it. Take your screw, put it in. Tighten it down. Be careful of your paint. Don't let your screwdriver slip off. You don't want to scratch your paint. Put that on. That's on. And then you want to put your dust cover.
In this video.
Huh?
Around time again.
Okay.